What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy J Dub, the number one commenter, and I'm back with another review. Today, I will be giving my reaction. What am I giving my reaction on? I'm giving my reaction on the Best Man Final Chapters. Now, the Best Man Final Chapters is actually on the platform Peacock. So if you don't have a prescription? If you don't have a subscription to Peacock, please get it. I mean, even if it's just for a month, but because if you like the original Best Man, you will actually love the Best Man Final Chapters. Before I get started, for those who are new to my channel, what I do reactionary or reviews of reality shows, or in some cases like series or movies that I'm moved by, and I'm definitely moved by this one, so I had to do it. And with this series, I can say I have my opinion about Best Man. The original Best Man, I loved it. Even like the best holiday, the sequel to it. However, I felt that they waited so long. We could have probably been on part 5, like in the movies. And in going into this series, I wasn't really excited, or my expectations weren't high. I'm thinking like, oh well, if they didn't put it in a movie, it's gonna be some type of little bootleg project or whatever. And I'm telling you, this project is like the best man project yet. I mean, like, it's like real life, and I loved it. It was wonderful, and I can say, like, looking back, it's just like they take you on, like, I don't know, like a history when you can see all the characters develop from what we're talking 20 years or more up until now, and it's just good to see everybody that came back, and they pretty much everybody was looking good, like looking like in good health, looked like they hadn't aged as much, and pretty much no, everyone came back with the exception of Mia, but of course she passed away in the Best Man holiday. And an unpopular opinion, I Mia was my least favorite character out of everyone, so I really wasn't mad to see her go, even though I enjoyed her character in the Best Man holiday because it was touching, it was real, it was something you could feel and hold on to. So let's get into the first episode. We on again the final chapter of the Best Man season. Well, they say season 1, episode 1, because this is supposed to be it. Even though I think it should carry on. This episode is called Paradise, and it pretty much starts out with Harper Stewart, the lead character, and he's reflecting back from the year 2024, in which they began, I guess, the beginning of the final chapters, which is in 2015, and it starts out with Shelby, like the character that you love to hate, and she's on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. And I mean, like, it was done very well. It was like Shelby was a true reality star, and she was just chit chatting with Andy being messy, asking all kind of questions, and she gets to the questions of the controversy that she is, like, I guess, has some feelings for Quentin Spivey, because Quentin is actually getting married, and it shows her just like she going off all in the nail salon in her car. And I mean, like, just from beginning pretty much to the end, the whole episode was just like hilarious and engaging, and you just went like, what's next? What's going on next? And like I said, it exceeded my expectations big time. So Quentin, he's getting married to his fiance. Her name is Sia Moore, and that's played by Nicole Ari Parker, Boris Kojo's wife. She was in Soul Food, amongst other things. And again, she's not one of my favorite actresses, but I think she did an excellent job in this. And just to see all the couples get together, they're maturing and they live in life. They got kids and everything. We even see Candace and Murch, aka Julian. They're having dinner with Harper and his wife Robin, and like, just the banter, the back and forth, like, it's so clever. It was so, like, hilarious. I was watching, like, when you see Murch and Candace kids go back and forth about their mother being a stripper or talking about sex. I mean, this stuff had me dying. Like I said, I was so entertained, and I was just expecting to be disappointed because I don't think I thought they waited too long again, and then I just didn't think they could really pick it up and put it together. But as I said, it's better than I expected. But when the group comes together, they always got some type of controversy going on. They're supposed to go to Q's wedding in Jamaica, and it's on the his family's resort, some type of hotel, Spivey Hotel, and pretty much we got the same type of controversy that started from the original Best Man. Harper wants to put out a movie adaptation of his book Unfinished Business, and that kind of like exposes everybody's personalities and even flaws and even mistakes that they some people might not want to know. And everybody still got their feelings about it, rightfully so. Who wants you to tell their secrets or truly how they are? And probably Harper said the person who had the most problem with it, to his knowledge, was actually Murch, because he felt like the book painted him in a certain light. Which, I mean, Murch was like that. He was really Shelby's doormat, or whatever the case may be. So I don't know how you paint it, but I guess nobody wants to relive that, especially if they feel like they have overcome that type of flaw or whatever. Because in the end, Murch did stand up to Shelby and everything, and we see a grieving Lance. He of course he's hurting because Mia's gone, and he's diving in head first. He's trying to fill up his pain through sex. They come to his room, he naked, got like two strippers with him or whatever, and he just can't get over the death of his wife. And like I said, he misses her, I don't miss her, but you can tell like he's hurting, because some people do that in life. Like when they have a loss in their life, they will throw themselves into work or drugs or alcohol, all types of things. It's going to happen at some point when you don't get the help that you need, because he's dealing with a tremendous loss, because he loved his wife. They went through the whole thing with dealing with that controversy with her having sex with Harper before they got married and everything back in college. So it's still a thing, and you can tell Lance is still kind of touchy about that subject, and I get that. That makes sense. I mean, who wouldn't be? So pretty much the whole gang, with the exception of Shelby, went down to the to the wedding down in Jamaica. But of course, because Shelby has a situation where, like, her and Q have this way crazy toxic relationship. So of course she's not invited, because she ain't gonna do nothing but start trouble. And with Shelby, she got a mouth on her, so who knows what Shelby's gonna do or what she's gonna say. But either way, she's still trying to reach out to Jordan, which is played by Nia Long's character, and just trying to find out the details of what's going on, and being nosy, because really she's still in love with Q and everything. So it's everybody throughout the whole situation, all the couples and singles, they got like a lot going on, and they have a lot of good and bad history. So yeah, because I thought it was kind of funny if you think that, like, the aspects of it, like Jordan and Harper were like secretly in love but really never got together. Harper had an affair with Mia while she was with Lance. Murch was originally with Shelby, then Shelby ended up getting with Q later, and they got a love affair going on, a love-hate relationship going on. And I'm just thinking how awkward that is. And at the same time, let's not forget Harper's wife, Robin, who had to deal with him still being in love with Nia Long, having some type of inappropriate dealings with her. And it's just a crazy mix that, like, yeah, you're friends and you get through things, but it's just like a real awkward setup, and I don't know how they get past it and all that. And as I told you, like with Q, he's getting married, and Q, he looks like Q, but Q is not Q. He's with his fiance, Sia Moore, and he's all this light and love, and you can tell like he's a changed man. But it's way different from his pimp player mode that he's always in. You're really surprised to see like he's getting married so quick, so fast. And Harper is real. he's real skeptical about it because it's like I know this ain't Q, and pretty much people are taking it like Lance or Merch is taking it like Harper is hating on Q's love or whatever. But Harper feels like what it is. It comes off as like an arranged marriage, like it's almost a business deal because Q's father is kind of pushing him to get married and for him to take over the business, and also to have Sia Moore be like a part of their type of resorts and everything. So yeah, who would want or who wouldn't say something to their friend and say like, "Hey, you sure you want to do this? Is this the right thing to do?" And all that, But talking to Q is he's stubborn, so he's gonna be on and say like, I'm in love and this is the real thing and all that, knowing well that this ain't the life that he really wants to, because he's talking about moving to Tibet and living in Colorado part time, and it's just like I guess somebody who would know you could really tell like something has like gone really wrong, and I definitely felt that, so I understood Harper's concern about that, and knowing the best man, I can call it a series, even though there are movies to it. There's always some type of conflict going into, I guess, every series or episode or whatever. With each and everybody, whether it's a couple or it's a single. With the situation with like Merch and Candace. Now, Candace is coming on the trip. She's like the educator of the year, and because like her and Merch are opening schools and things of that nature, and she doesn't feel like she's worthy because she's really not at this point truly educated, but she's doing a lot good with the kids. Now Merch is like obsessed with being Q's best man, even though he's not the best man. Harper is the best man, and this trip also is supposed to be / celebrating Q's wedding, but also some alone time with him and his wife. And like Merch is like totally ignoring Candace and focusing on their alone time because he's always thinking about what can I do to be the best man. So they got a conflict there. So like with Harper and Robin. Now Harper, of course, we go back to the same thing where he has to kind of feel like he has to get a blessing from everyone about the movie he wants to adapt from the book Unfinished Business. So he's always stressed out about that, and he got to find out the right way to bring it up. And he already know Merch has a problem with it and everything. And he's always awkward and he's always like conniving and deceiving. And his wife Robin, at this point, I guess she's feeling a sense of she wants something different. And when she gets to Jamaica, it's almost like her intuition or her spirit is speaking to her like, I need a different path, or this is where I belong. So much like it's kind of different from the life of what Harper wants. So that's a battle in itself. Now, Q and Sia Moore, you can tell with Quentin, he seems like he's playing the part. He looks like himself, but you can tell something is off, that he's quite not himself. And then Sia Moore, you almost look at her like she's in it straight up for the clout, because when she makes her introduction, she'll talk about her Grammys and her Academy Awards and Tony Awards and Nickelodeon Awards and all that. It's like what are you really here for? And especially that's like I guess that's falling in line with what his Q's father wants to do. He wants to build the brand, so it's almost like it's an arranged marriage. So should they really go forward? And Lance, of course, Mia is gone, so he doesn't have anybody, and he's hiding, behind his sexual escapades to fill a void of his wife being gone. But he knows that's not really what he wants to do, and before it comes up, we meet the director of the director of the accommodate. What is that? The hotel that they at, Jasmine, and they have some type of connection there, but we can't quite figure it out. Like Q is chasing all these women, but it seems like he has some type of, I guess, a safe place with Jasmine, and he's kind of connected with her, but not. It's almost like she's giving something, but he's not sure like what he should be doing. He just knows that he's not living a life how he wants to be because he's missing his wife. And then we got Jordan. Now Jordan, of course, she's like she's always single. There's always something going on where a relationship didn't work out. From the Best Man Holiday, she was dealing with the white guy Brian, and in the movie, she said that hey, like Brian was cool and everything, but he just didn't feel like he was the one that she could go forward and be married to, and she's going to be that single girl always and having work to do and all that. But surprisingly, she has some type of potential love interest, a guy who always seems to come around and flirt, like he's on the resort as well. And I would say he's probably the only character in this movie who I don't feel like is authentic. Like Jordan is like she's being wooed by this guy because he offering to give him the last fish and he's complimenting her, but I just don't see it for this guy. He's like the only one. Like all this fits together, but he's not that guy. So she has a potential love interest on the island, and who knows where to go from it. She might do how Stella got her groove back or whatever, or it may be something bigger. So we gonna see how that go. But the episode pretty much wrapped up with a surprise guest, and guess who that was? Shelby hollering, Julian. That's how she used to call Murch. When she beckoned and put him in his servant mode, but she was like, "Oh, it's just a bad habit, Telling him, hello, Quentin," and that's how the episode ended. So, like I said, it really started out with a bang, and like I said, blew my expectations out the water. I didn't really expect much, but I thoroughly enjoyed this. So, for some of you who don't have the Peacock, I'm gonna give it a day, and then I'll do one a day so we can catch up with it, because believe me, just for that 1 month, these episodes are worth watching just for 1 month of subscription. So drop down in the comments, tell me what you thought, something I missed, something you want to add, and I guess I'm gonna do something different for 2023, even though we ain't here yet, because I don't feel like my content is being pushed out like that. Hit that like button so we can push it out. So I want more people to hear me and get those comments in, because that's what I do it for, and that's what I need to hear. So as I tell y'all could be anywhere in this YouTube world, but you're here with me. I really appreciate it, and I really mean it. Stay tuned tomorrow for episode 2 of The Best Man Final Chapters.